Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Volvo Christian, and also welcome to this presentation of my own S60 Polestar engineered. I bought this S60 a couple of weeks ago from Volvo Car Stor-Oslo at Fornebu, and I'm super stoked with my S60. Very pleased with my purchase. But I have gotten a couple of questions lately if I could do an extended presentation of my S60 and all the extra equipment that this S60 has, and what I added, and also talk about the price. So in this video we're gonna do exactly that, so I hope you will enjoy it. I'm actually recording this video in Volvo's hometown, Gothenburg and Torslanda. We got Volvo's factory right by here. Pretty huge factory area that stretches pretty far behind here. We got Volvo's museum that I just visited like 5 minutes away, and then we have the Volvo Hall right here and the HQ in the background here. So a pretty appropriate place to record a Volvo video. The S60 aren't produced here in Sweden. It's actually produced at the Volvo's factory in South Carolina, USA. Actually the only car they produce there at the moment. But it's either way Volvo's hometown. So great place to record this video. I probably have to apologize for the dirty car. I washed it earlier today, but a couple of hours on the road, yeah. But let's kick off the presentation of my S60. We can start with the model year. So this is a model year 22. It's the early production, so it's not the late production. On the late production, Volvo implemented the bigger 3-layer battery on 18.8 kilowatt hours, but that's only for the late production of model year 22. This is the early production, so I don't have the updated battery and drivetrain. So we have an early model year 22. It's finished off in bright silver, actually my favorite color for the Polestar engineered. That one got later replaced with the Silver Dawn, as we can see on the C40 over there. Basically the same color, just slightly brighter, this bright silver. And the reason why I purchased this S60 are slightly complex. I actually had a Polestar 2 BST 270, but that went to shit, sadly. Actually I was waiting for the BST for, I'm not sure, was it like 7 months, 8 months, but it didn't, a bunch of reasons why that didn't work out, so I had to suddenly go out and look for a new car. And this was almost at the top of my list. I had a S90 I also was looking at, but I previously owned a S90, and I know how good that is. That was really tempting actually. I was also looking at a XC60 in bursting blue and a crystal white V60 Polestar engineered, but I landed on this S60. Basically there was 2 reasons for that. First being that it was a S60. I haven't owned a S60 before. It's one of the few cars next to V90 that I've never owned myself. So I wanted to give the S60 a try, and it's also the first car I own that is the Polestar engineered. And those 2 elements gave it a little benefit over the S90 that I've previously owned, even though I think the S90 are better. It's a more grown-up car, but now I want to be slightly rebellious and have fun. Maybe my last plug-in hybrid before everything goes over to battery cars. So a final salute. My last car, maybe, I'm not sure. I think I'm going electric after this. But anyway, that was the reasoning. This one was listed at Volvo Car Fornebu for 699,000 kroners. The only thing I added was the exterior styling kit. You can see these lower front skirts or elements, the side skirts. We also have this similar on the rear bumper, and that was about 21,000 kroners for the styling kit. So bumping the price up to 720, and it had about 9,500 kilometers on the clock when they listed it for sale. So 720 as it sits right now. And this is actually a previous press car to Volvo Car Norway that they lended out to journalists and influencers and such, like myself. I've actually borrowed this car back in December 2021. So I actually got the spec sheet from when they ordered this exact car. I can put in the pictures of that. And when they ordered this exact S60 without the exterior styling kit, it had a price on 927,000. So 927. And now 1 year or so later, it got listed for sale at 699. So that's a huge depreciation. But not my problem, luckily. So 699 was the asking price, and then adding the exterior styling kit. And we can now take a quick tour around some of the extra goodies they ordered with this car. We can start with the headlights. Here we have the active LEDs highlight. Really awesome lights. That was an extra option. We can also see the 360 camera with the front camera here, and then we have the other cameras under the mirror and one in the back. So 360 camera, the upgraded lights. We can also see the sunroof that's included in one of the packages. I'm currently running on my 19-inch winter setup. I got my 20-inch at home. So that's basically what we have on the exterior. As I said earlier, bright silver metallic. Another option that this one has are the double glazed windows. That was important for me to get. Obviously this car has all the safety equipment. We got the IntelliSafe Assist. That's basically adaptive cruise control with pilot assist. And then we have IntelliSafe Surround, and that's the cross traffic alert, the rear collision warning, and also the blind spot monitoring system, as we can see here in the outer mirrors. Let's see if we can just go around here. You can see this marker here that goes orange or amber when you got a car in your blind spot. So that was basically what I wanted to mention on the exterior. And here we have the real juicy part, the interior. One of the things I was looking at when I was looking at the 60 series, and I wanted to have the stitched or leather wrapped dashboard. That was also a must-have option. But the most important option for me to get was the Bowers & Wilkins. So all the cars that I was looking at had the Bowers & Wilkins. And this is, when I'm looking at a car in the 60 and 90 series, this is a must-have. Bowers & Wilkins, leather wrapped dashboard, the sunroof or panoramic roof if it's a wagon, and then the seats. Since this is a Polestar engineered, we only have the sport seats. And the S90 and also the XC60 had the sport seats. Not my favorite, but they are really good. My favorite are the comfort seats that offers both ventilation and adjustable side bolsters and also massage. But we can now jump in so I can get some heat. Let's see, since this is a model year 22, we do have the Sensus infotainment. And also, since it's a model year 22, we are missing the drive mode selector, sadly. But luckily, that's easy accessible. As you saw here, just slide it and then press drive modes on top. So fairly easy access. It's much better than the Android-based infotainment that they implemented for model year 23. And that has a much more inconvenient placement of the drive modes. Let's see where we are at. So Bowser Wilkins, extra options, double glazed windows, leather wrapped dashboard, we got the sunroof. As you see here, we also have the electrical passenger seats with memory. That's an extra option as well. If we slide around, see if we can try to do this without going out. Here in the back window we have a manual sun curtain that we can pull up and attach in these points in the ceiling. I'm not a fan of that curtain. It's manually for starters, but it creates a little gap between the top of the curtain and the roofline, so it's slightly annoying when you look at it through the inner mirror. So I don't use that, but at least we have it. That's a part of one of the packages. Let's see what else we can talk about. I'll just slide the seat slightly back. Slightly cold. It's just 3 degrees. Yeah, what should I say? You can open up the 360 camera. So you can see it's fairly easy to get access. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, of course. We got the head-up display. I actually don't use the head-up display at all, but this car has it. Here we have all the safety options. Slightly hard with gloves. And another benefit with a sensors-based car, when we look at that awesome V90 R design coming in, followed by a XC90 over there. Oh, the V90 is such an awesome wagon. But another benefit with a sensors-based car are that we still have access to the ESC Sports mode. That's removed in the Android-based cars. I'm not sure what the reason or logic behind that one. But either way, sensors-based, so we have that. And that's also a huge benefit with the sensors system. You can just step out again. Yeah, I think that was it. Just a quick video. I also got updated navigation. Didn't mention that. But here we have the updated navigation system. So this is almost fully loaded. The only thing I'm missing, or not missing, the only thing that this car don't have are the tow bar. But that can be fitted afterwards, so that's not a concern. But one of the things I really like with this S60 are we still have the sports pedals and the adjustment wheel here for the display brightness. That's removed for the model 23, and also the sports pedals are removed. So the 2022 are actually one of the latest and greatest before all the cost savings went in, at least for the S60, because that's still got a bunch of things that I appreciate. The only thing I'm really annoyed by are the drive mode selector, but even it's still easy accessible, so yeah, it's slightly okay. We can also look at the mileage before stepping out. Not sure if you can, let's see, now it's on 12,511 kilometers, so that's the current. So I think that was it. I'm super stoked, and soon it's time to change over to my 20-inch summer setup, and I will do a couple of small adjustments. I'm gonna change these Polestar engineer badges to the Polestar Star. I got a set at home that I purchased like 2 years ago. I will change it in the rear, and I will also change it in the front. I prefer the star over this text, so I'm gonna change that. But the biggest change are coming in the Easter holiday. I'm actually driving back to Sweden and delivering my car to Rapstar. Mr. James are gonna do some crazy shit with my S60. We're gonna wrap it in something pretty hysterical, so you have to stay tuned for that. It's not gonna be bright silver anymore. So we have to say goodbye in a couple of weeks to the bright silver, but what follows are gonna be pretty epic. My previous S90 was originally onyx black, and that got wrapped in satin vampire red. And that probably is gonna seem pretty laid back when we compare it to what's gonna happen to this car. This is slightly, it's gonna slightly exceed my comfort zone, but when James suggested that idea he had for my S60, I was just, yeah, let's go with it. It's gonna be pretty darn epic. So I'm super excited to see what that will turn out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Short and compact, and if you got some questions, I would be glad to answer them in the comment section. So I think it's time to head on further for me. I have to start on the journey back to Oslo, so I'm gonna end it here. As always, I appreciate every like, every comment, and for new viewers, if you would consider subscribing to my channel, that's much appreciated. So I'm ending it here. See you guys in the next video. Take care and bye bye.